What is good, guys? It's your boy Gamers Goon here today with another edition of the Gutcheck podcast. I got some news here today on the Raw ratings and the potential Fatal 5-Way spoiler for the main event Extreme Rules. First, we're going to talk about the Raw ratings. Raw last week, they came in with 2,615,000 views. That was their lowest to date. And again, this week, they also got record low views for 2017 when they hit 2,613,000 views. So, their ratings are slowly but surely declining here. Even though it's just 2,000 views, that's still a huge hit. The ratings should be going up, but WWE's recently blamed their ratings going down on the recent John Cena not being on TV and Brock Lesnar not being on TV. So that could be a little bit of a factor, but if somebody were interested into the product, they would come back even if the big names weren't there. So they're going to have to find their stuff out together. They're going to have to find it quick because John Cena and Brock Lesnar, they probably don't have too much long left in the company. Anyway, so the Fatal 5-Way spoiler I got here for you guys today is from Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer, on a recent inquiry, he said that WWE seems to be looking for a one-and-done match with Brock Lesnar. And also, Bray Wyatt is scripted to have a Universal title shot against Brock Lesnar on a Monday Night Raw. I don't think that's going to be on the actual. I think it's either going to be before or after the show for one of their dark matches just to keep people in the stands. I mean, it could be a regular match here, but I highly doubt Brock Lesnar is going to fight on Raw television. So, that's something to look at, because Bray Wyatt could very easily be his one and done. And then when you look at everybody else, you think of a guy like Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins can put on a long segment here with Brock Lesnar. I'm going to knock him out for the moment because I would pay to see Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Then you look at Roman Reigns. You know Roman Reigns is the golden boy. And you know they want his crowning moment at WrestleMania or SummerSlam, one of the biggest two pay-per-views. And if not those two, it's going to be the Royal Rumble. So I doubt Roman Reigns is going to end up being his opponent for 1 month if this statement is true. If it goes on, then Roman Reigns is your guy. But I doubt Roman Reigns is going to win this match. Then you look at a guy like Finn Balor. Finn Balor, he's a small guy. When he releases his demon, though, he can fight. He fights like a warrior. I would pay to see a Brock Lesnar-Finn Balor match. And I think they could have a good feud. Balor could pull out the demon side of things against Brock Lesnar, which I'd be interested to see. So I think that could last a while too. So I don't think that's going to be their 1 month segment, just to have Brock Lesnar bury Finn Balor, an up and coming talent, that early. Then you got Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, he could easily put on a good segment with Brock Lesnar. Tell me you wouldn't want to see Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. Tell me you wouldn't want to see it. I believe I said it on, Monday's edition? Or Monday's review? No, it wasn't Monday. It was Thursday's episode with my Extreme Rules predictions. I said I would like to see a Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar match because they're just two big men. And I think they put on a good fight. And recently, that's been getting a little bit of hype. I would like to see that. But if you look at all four of these guys, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, all of them, they're a money draw against Brock Lesnar. These guys are potential main eventers. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are already main eventers. Finn Balor was a main eventer in NXT along with Samoa Joe. Bray Wyatt main evented before, but it wasn't that interesting because he didn't really have a good match. It was cheesy at WrestleMania. He headlined a WrestleMania. He wasn't the final match, but he was a headliner of WrestleMania. So, if you look at it like that, Bray Wyatt is the only one sitting here that doesn't have a huge money booking with Brock Lesnar. Finn Balor, Paul Heyman already said, Demon King, he has a lot of potential. Roman Reigns, we already know he's the big dog. Seth Rollins, we know he's the architect. He schemed up a plan and became a champion at WrestleMania. Samoa Joe, also a very legitimate threat. The big coquina clutch could make Brock Lesnar faint. But you look at Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's the one here that's the dark horse. If you look at all four, they're money draws. Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar in a 1 month segment. They wouldn't want to bury Samoa Joe. They wouldn't want to bury Seth Rollins. They wouldn't want to bury Roman Reigns. They wouldn't want to bury Finn Balor. So, the way I look at it is, Bray Wyatt here, he's had a number of losses to big talents. He's been buried so many times that I don't think anybody else in the WWE has been buried more than Bray Wyatt. Who's he lost to? He's lost to Roman Reigns. He's lost to Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, John Cena, just to name a few. He's lost to The Undertaker. Everything Bray Wyatt says is false, so he would be a good option for a 1 month segment. I wouldn't want to see it, but if that's the way they want to go with a 1 month segment, because then you have the return of Braun Strowman, then that's the way you want to go, then you have to go with Bray Wyatt here, because you don't want to bury a guy like Samoa Joe, a guy like Finn Balor, a guy like Seth Rollins, and of course, the one that they never want to bury, Roman Reigns. So, Bray Wyatt here seems to be the logical pick if you're going with the Extreme Rules main event here. Who will fight Brock Lesnar? If it's going to be a 1 month segment, it's definitely Bray. But if it's not, then I could see Dave Meltzer's report being false here, and it would actually go to Seth Rollins or Finn Balor, because those are two hyped up people too. But as of recent talk, Samoa Joe has been getting a lot of hype, and Bray Wyatt has came on the verge since Dave Meltzer's report. One guy I haven't been hearing much hype about is Roman Reigns. They're keeping it low with him. As much as I don't want Roman Reigns to be a champion, it's inevitable, it's going to happen. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. We don't want to see it at WrestleMania. We don't want to see it there. Have it at SummerSlam. Have Roman Reigns fight. I'm going to say, I would like to see this kind of match. If Roman Reigns were to book to win here, it'd be crazy. But Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns. I'm pitching it right here. Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns. WrestleMania. Submission match. Now, you might be thinking, Roman Reigns doesn't have a submission. That's right. He doesn't. He could either turn heel and use Joe's submission, or he could use some other submission from his Samoan heritage. That's simple. Get a background with it, and have Roman Reigns win if that's what they're going to do, because I'm just saying here, I'm acting like if I'm them. Roman Reigns could use a different submission here. He could debut the submission about a month or two before he uses it against Samoa Joe, before we even know the Samoa Joe match is going to happen. And then that makes Roman Reigns feel like a legitimate threat to beat Samoa Joe. I would like to see that. I would really like to see a Samoa Joe Roman Reigns feud end at WrestleMania. I think that'd be a great match. I really do. Thank you guys for watching the Gutcheck podcast here today on Saturday. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. Sunday, tomorrow, I got you with the Extreme Rules review. I might kick that out on Monday morning or late Sunday night. But Extreme Rules hasn't been really hugely built towards pay-per-view from Monday Night Raw. Right now, their main event doesn't even feature a title. their male title on the line, you can win by not becoming extreme. So even if you get a chair and hit him, you're gonna lose the title. Or even if Elias Sampson comes out, you're gonna lose the title. The women's championship is based around the first woman to grab the kendo stick, which will be Bayley. Just throwing it out there. It's going to be Bayley. She's going to use it. She's going to have a brief moment. And then Alexa Bliss is going to beat her up with it and win. What else do we got on the show? See, I can't even remember what all we got on the show. That's how pathetic this is. We got the Hardys not choosing a ladder match because they've had too many ladder matches recently. Okay. Who doesn't want to see the Hardys in a ladder match? Who doesn't? Raise your hand if you don't want to see it. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's raising their hand. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's my take on things. Hope you liked the Gutcheck podcast here today. Make sure you click that red subscribe button, click that thumbs up, and ring that bell. Just make sure you tune in for more of the Gutcheck podcast and my Monday Night Raw reviews and SmackDown Live reviews, and of course the pay-per-view reviews. See you guys next time. It's Roy, Gamers Goon. I'm out.